for Amanda and Miguel. The battle against the illness didn't ease, but the way they faced it changed with each passing day. What once seemed like an unbearable burden was now transforming into something deeper, more intimate. They were learning to love in a way they hadn't imagined before. A love without masks, without expectations. A love that didn't need to be perfect, but real. One morning, after a particularly exhausting treatment, Amanda woke up feeling physically drained, but with a mental clarity she hadn't experienced in months. She lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, trying to make sense of Miguel's words, trying to understand what he had said about being in this together, without a predetermined end. The truth was that, in her weakest moments, she felt like she was dragging Miguel down with her. She wondered how he could still love her this way, even when she couldn't see the strong, vibrant woman he had once admired. Miguel entered the room, bringing a cup of hot tea as he did every morning. When he saw her sitting there, deep in thought, with slightly teary eyes, he sat down beside her and gently pulled her into his chest. "You're thinking too much, aren't you?" he asked softly, running his hand through her hair. Amanda couldn't hide the pain she still felt. "Miguel, I feel like I'm failing you. I'm not the woman you knew anymore. I'm not the strong woman you fell in love with. I'm letting the disease take over, and I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like you deserve more." Miguel stayed silent for a moment, as if absorbing every word she said. Then, with the calm he was known for, he spoke. "Amanda, you don't need to be anything other than who you are. What you're going through doesn't erase the love I feel for you. And the fact that you think you're failing actually shows how incredibly strong you are. I see you, Amanda. I see your courage. I see your fight. I see everything you do, even on the days when you can barely get out of bed. And that, to me, is true love. It's not about always being okay, Resthaner. It's not about always being strong. It's about being together, no matter what happens." Those words fell like balm on her heart. Amanda, who had felt like she was failing for so long, now realized that deep down that was exactly what Miguel admired in her, her ability to love, even in the toughest circumstances. He didn't want her to be strong all the time. He wanted her to be human, to feel, and most of all, not to go through it all alone. As time passed, things changed. They were no longer the couple who once had happy days ahead, making plans for the future and living without major worries. But now, they were living a kind of love that transcended the limitations of health, the physical, the pain. They were living a love that remained strong, not because of external circumstances, but because of the depth of the connection between them. And so Amanda began to understand something essential. Love was no longer about being the perfect woman for Miguel. She didn't need to hide behind expectations and perfection anymore. She could be vulnerable, she could show her weaknesses, express her insecurities, and still be loved. It was a love that would accept the highs and lows of life, not trying to change reality, but embracing it in all its complexity. In one of these moments, while Miguel helped her get out of bed after a difficult afternoon, she looked at him with a soft, thoughtful expression and said, "I don't know what the future holds for us, Miguel, but one thing is certain. With you, I have everything I need." Miguel smiled and pulled her into a tight embrace, feeling his heart beat faster.